You know, the president said yesterday in his comments with his grace, Justin Welby, that, you know, he believes that if he comes back for a second term, that it will silence all of his doubters. What do you believe gives him the confidence to make that kind of a statement?
Because one of the statements the president made was on the issue of this Leah, the lady from Dapchi, that yeah, there are things that he doesn't need to make noise about, that he do them silently. Because the president has been silently laying a foundation. Anybody who must have built before know that before you come out from the DPC of your building, you spend a lot of money there, but nobody sees it. But when you start having the blocks on, after the DPC, everybody will see the building. But the money you spend in putting those buildings is a minute of what you have spent before you do the DPC. So the president has laid a foundation, and in any way, I don't think there are doubters of the president. My friend here just said that the president is a good man. It's only those who surround him. That's really a good credit for us, the supporters of the president.
No doubters in this diverse
That's what he
country,
said. No,
complaining?
I mean, that's what he said. These are the opposition are the PDP. Here now, he said that they have no doubt about the goodness of the president.
I didn't say so.
That
I said he, as a person, is a good
Can we
man,
have
but
some documents, please?
He lacks understanding and
can we
manage the place.
Can we?
That is it.
And
surrounded by people, the mongers.
Please, don't interrupt, please.
Yes.
Thank
you. Right now.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you very much. So, that alone, and like I said, so when he comes, the few of them that have doubt will see where he's going to take this country to. And he made, he talked about, he said when PDP comes, Obasanjo, 60% of the people in his government are technocrats. No, I don't think that is true. By God's grace, I was in PDP then, and I can count all the ministers. But on the issue of people saying that there is a lot of hardship in the country, we are not denying the fact that things are not as good as they ought to be, or as the president would have wanted them to be. But you see, there are policies of this government, and most of those who are crying, honestly, are those who are really eating from the, who feed from the proceeds of the corruption that was going on. You know, that was what we call a political economy of corruption. You know, there was a lot of money going around from those who were taking it. The agricultural policy of this government, go to the rural areas. A lot of millionaires have been created, the rice farmers, you know. But they have many people that were hitherto not into farming because now 90% of our import of rice has been stopped. That has really given the farmers impetus, has given farmers this courage to go and invest. Because before, it was not possible for you to do that. You invest your money. Rice is imported from Thailand. You can't compete because of the economy of scale of the Thailand farmers. You know, you can't have the same quality, you with the little capital. But the appreciation of the price now by banning the importation of the rice has made the price of rice to appreciate, which is now making it possible and attractive for people to go into farming. You know that you can invest in farming and you get back your money and also get something, which hitherto it was not like that. So by this, I think, in the rural areas, that is why, like I was saying, he was saying we will do everything possible to bring back the president, not anything illegal, because it is our belief that it is the people that really will determine who will be, and we will go out, because unlike the PDP, we don't hold people in contempt. We'll go and ask for them, pursue them, to give this president another time, as they did, because of his performance, particularly in the rural areas.
Okay, Mr. Musa, I'm going to stop you there because we have our Lagos crew who are ready to get into this conversation. Chamberlain?
Yeah, Mr. Musa,
You said something earlier that you were part of the PDP. Does that mean you were part of those who destroyed, in your words, destroyed the nation and its economy?
No. I was a member of the PDP as a university student then in 1998. Where there was this zeal, to take part in the democratic dispensation. As somebody who grew up admiring the progressive politics of the likes of late Abubakar Rimi, then they've been in the PDP. I joined the PDP as I was a young man, a younger man then. And when by 2003, I realized that this is not the party. I mean, I'm not convinced with the way the governance of the country was going on. I quit the party. And since then, I have never gone back to the party. I remained outside PDP till when AC was formed then. I thought it was a better alternative, and I remained in AC. Then APC, AC metamorphosed with other political parties to form the APC. So in other words, my being in the PDP was the hope I had then that this is the party that will take this country out of the problem it had then. But when it proved that it was not ready to do that, I left, and I had no regret leaving the party. That was even at the time when things were a bit better before they made the country worse. By 2015, when, by the grace of God, we were able to do away with them and have the present administration.
Mr. Musa, if I could just butt in here, my apologies, but if I could just take you back to what you said, because we understand that the APC came into power to come and solve some of these problems that we face as a country. And one of them that you rightfully identified is that the PDP, in its 16 years of rule, had a multiplicity of roles for MDAs. I'm just wondering that since the APC identified that there were unnecessary dual-purpose MDAs in place, what did the APC do to try to change that and make sure that we don't have duplication of roles at the ministries or the agencies or departments?
Okay. Like I said, one of the things the president did was streamline the ministries. It was the system then we normally have 42 ministers, and the president said it was too much, and he made us to have now 36, and even the 36, not all of them are full ministers. Some of them are junior ministers. But on the issue of streamlining the agencies, most of this, all the agencies are creature of law. I mean, it's the legislation that created those agencies. And this is a president who believes in rule of law. You don't just expect him to come today like what we had in 1999, despite the law in place. A president just said, I scrap PTF. No, this is not the type of president we have. This is a purely democratic president who believe in following the rule of law. So, another thing I said is, in taking some of the decision, the social consequences of taking that decision will have to be taken in place. When we come into power, APC came into power, there was recession in the country. And if you said you want to streamline those ministries at that time, or the agencies up to this time, that means you have to, downsize the civil service, which means that throwing more people into unemployment. So these are the social responsibility of the government, which it has to take for some times in order to make sure that the economy is better. It can be able to absorb those who will be dropped from the civil service. They will get other jobs somewhere to undertake. So these are the issues that will make it impossible for just the government to go in a day and say that I'm doing away with all those duplication of duty. But in areas where there are no legal inhibition for the president, he has done it.